Okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and get rolling. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I hope you had a great day of teaching and learning. Welcome to the Kenan Fellows Application Support webinar. We're thrilled that you're interested in applying for one of the most impactful and significant experiences an educator can have in North Carolina. We really hope to be able to get all of your questions answered so that you can submit an application. We are recording this session, and we'll post the recording to our social media platforms and our website under the Become a Fellow /2021 Fellowships page, so you can access it again as needed. So my name is Mark Townley. I'm the program manager, and I'll be your first point of contact with most of your questions. I was a Kenan Fellow in 2012-13, and I just left the classroom after 20 years as a science and research high school teacher. With us today, we also have Randy Pinion, who's our activities coordinator, and he can assist you with a lot of logistics and technical issues or questions. And helping us as well is Emnera Solano, who is our communications manager, and she is helping us with the chat function today to help us really make sure that we get every question answered for you. Our office phone is 919-515-5118, and you can see that the application period has opened. It started on December 2nd, and it will close on January 20th with the up to the 27th with recommendations. It'll probably be officially open through the 27th, but we try and get our recommendations in by that date. Your references, again, they'll have until the 27th. So we will share this information again at the close of the webinar. So you can stay connected and learn more about us and our fellows through our social media. Feel free to reach out to Kenan Fellows you may know and ask them about their experience. The Kenan Fellows Program for Teacher Leadership website is kenanfellows.org. And this is where you can learn more about the program, our fellows, and you can become a fellow yourself. You see that you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I place my own Twitter on there as well. I tweet about our fellows all the time, and it's another way for you to connect with them. So we decided to offer this webinar so we could answer any questions we often receive, and so that you would have an opportunity to ask your own questions. So by the end of this hour, we want you to feel comfortable submitting your application, understand where our opportunities are and why, have the chance to reach out to Kenan Fellows to learn about their experience, and have a clear understanding of the selection process and timeline, and answer any questions that you may have. So let's talk a little bit about the fellowship. A Kenan Fellowship is a one-year commitment that you join while remaining in your current teaching role. So in order to limit your time out of the classroom, Kenan Fellows complete a 3-week internship and at least half of the 80 hours of professional development that you will receive during the summer months. All of our internships are in your local area, and the Summer Institute is in Cullowhee at the North Carolina Center for the Advancement of Teaching, and the Fall Institute will be in the Raleigh area. The summer experience is vital to really understanding or experiencing what a Kenan Fellowship is. The Fall Institute is the only time that we really try and take you out of the classroom. It will be 2 days in the fall. This year it'll be, for this next cohort, it'll be October 15th and 16th for 2020. We do take care of housing and most food costs during the institutes, and you will receive a $5,000 stipend to develop a product, and you'll receive some of that money when you become a fellow before the first summer months to help you cover those months without pay, and you'll receive the second portion of your stipend once the product is complete. Usually that product is curriculum traditionally, but it has evolved over the years in some really exciting ways to be things like community engagement events. It could be professional development that you create, or it could be any other product that you can think of that benefits you, your mentor, and your school community. So let's talk about the how to apply. So Randy is going to share his screen, and we're going to kind of walk you through where all the information is located for on our website. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Become a Fellow tab and click on the 2021 Fellowships link. This is where you're going to find a list of this year's offerings. Each project has district, location, grade level, and content parameters associated with it. You can filter the list of offerings by district, county, grade level, and subject areas traditionally, but that search function hasn't been working lately, so we have removed it for the moment. So just look through the list and see where your opportunities may be. We are not, obviously we would love to have offerings in every county throughout the state. Our funding dictates the location of the project. We're not a state-funded organization, and therefore we have to raise our funds for each project we offer through federal grants, businesses, foundations, or private donations. So review the projects available to see if there are any that align with your needs and interests. But please understand that you apply to be a Kenan Fellow, not for a specific fellowship necessarily. We do want to know which ones connect with you the best. But I wanted to let you know it is possible to get an interview for a fellowship that was not your first choice. This just means you have a really strong application and other mentors thought that you might be a good fit, and we want to provide you with as many opportunities as possible. So if the first opportunity or the one that you would most like doesn't work out, there are other opportunities hopefully within your area. So the next thing you want to do is review the eligibility requirements under the How to Apply link. You'll notice that under the eligibility page, there is no years of service requirement, but you do need to show leadership potential. This does require a bit of a time commitment. You'll have the 80 hours of professional development, the 3 weeks of the internship itself, the immersion with the industry partner, and the institutes in the summer and in the fall. And at this time, fellowships are available to K through 12 school teachers across the state. So please read all the requirements prior to submitting your application. You'll also want to review the timeline to look at this time commitment specifically. The Summer and Fall Institute are required, and there is no flexibility with that. They are vital to the Kenan Fellows experience, and so one of the first things that you'll do is make sure that you want to do is make sure that you can be there for the Summer and the Fall Institutes, and are available during July in particular for the 3 weeks of internship. Those internships are 3 40-hour work weeks. But there's a lot of flexibility with those weeks that you can work with your mentor, our industry partners to kind of determine based on both of your schedules. You'll notice that the Summer Institute is scheduled for June 22nd through the 26th, and the Fall Institute is going to be on October 15th and 16th. If you have any questions about that, please contact us and we'll do our best to provide clarity. If you want to know more about what it means to be a Kenan Fellow, please view the video under the benefits link, and you can find additional video content in our news. Once you've read through the other information on this site, you are ready to apply. So you go back to the Become a Fellow tab and click on How to Apply. At the bottom of that page, you'll click on the Apply Now and you'll be directed to the application site. Here you need to set up an account, being sure to save your username and password, and you'll be asked to submit a short essay or a video addressing the 3 prompts that you'll see on that page. In addition to the essay, each application will contain 2 letters of recommendation. One will be from an administrator and one from anyone else who knows your outstanding work as an educator. The administrator letter should come from someone who observed you and knows your practices well. In some cases, that will be an assistant principal rather than the head principal. If you just moved to a new school, it could be someone at your prior school. Your references are automatically notified by the application system when you submit your application. Really important note though, it is not unusual for these notifications to get trapped in spam filters. So please make sure that your references have received that email. The notification for them, so they can look at the line, the address will come from notices at epso.net. That's EPSSO.net. So when you send that reference link to your reference letters, it'll come from notices at EPSSO.net. Okay. If you have any more questions about that, feel free to ask them in a moment. So we're often asked about how we evaluate these applications. The first thing that we do is we have a team of reviewers that consists of our staff, the Kenan Fellow alumni, our mentors, and our other partners. We all use the same rubric to generate a numerical value for each applicant. Based on those values and the applicant's location and project interest, we will invite the top 3 for each project for an interview. The interviews take place over several weeks in March, and we will try and notify each applicant at least 2 weeks in advance of the interview date. Interviews are usually scheduled at the end of the school day and into the evening on Mondays through Thursdays in March. We will make final selections first week in April or so, and we will send out notifications for you to confirm. Once we have that confirmation packet received, we will make the official announcement during Teacher Appreciation Week in May, and we'll send, MNARIS will send letters out to superintendents, policymakers, principals, and everybody that we can let know. So that is most of the application process right there. And we want to open it up to you for questions. So anybody that is online at this time, feel free to join in and ask away. You'll also notice that we do have a chat function in Zoom, and MNARIS is monitoring that for us as well. Any questions?
Hey there, Mark. I've got a question I've received from via email from a couple of different folks. What are the specific limitations in terms of job titles that are acceptable as Kenan Fellows? For instance, curriculum coordinators or that sort of thing.
That's a great question, and I think it has evolved over the years. And at this time, we accept applications from anyone in education at a school that is student-facing. So you could actually be even in a county office, or an instructional coach or a coordinator. We just ask that you are student-facing for a good portion of your time.
Another question that I do see through email, if somebody's principal is new or they don't know them especially well yet, is an assistant principal acceptable for their recommendation letter?
Yes, it is, absolutely is. And if you are brand new to a school and you don't think that the administrators know your style of teaching that well yet, feel free to reach out to a former school or someone that would know your teaching well. Excellent questions. Any from the chat yet?
Nobody's chimed in yet.
Okay, thanks, MNARIS. Okay. If you have any questions that were not answered during this webinar, once again, I will be your first point of contact. And if we go to our last page, you'll see that information that we started with once again. So again, I am Mark Townley. I'm the program manager, and you can reach me at matownle@ncsu.edu. If you have some logistical questions, anything about the technology, the website, the application process, feel free to reach out to myself or Randy Pinion at rpinion@ncsu.edu. You can also reach our office at 515-5118, and we are happy to help you at any time. We really want to encourage you all to apply, and we really appreciate all that you do across North Carolina for our students. So thank you very much. Thanks to Randy and MNARIS for helping me out with this today, and let us know if we can help. Take care, everybody. Thank you.